All right, welcome to another episode of Minneapolis by Night. This session is going to involve, well, Bo, as we can see by his player being a goofball, and a kindred he wasn't aware was around, but is not arguing with, a Nosferatu that was remaining completely removed both from his clan and from the rest of the city um, by living underneath Sven's house. Bo has been given permission by Jade, who is the in a sense, current owner of the house, um, by Jade and the other gangrel to take up residence there because Bo has promised to outfit Sven's castle with some state of the art. Go ahead, fuck with us, we'll screw you up shit. Um, that, and honestly, Jade just doesn't want a castle. Not her thing. She loves her, low rent apartment in the slums of Minneapolis. For some reason, her bike never gets touched, and nobody ever breaks into her place.
No, but for some reason her bike gets put in the place where the apartment was, and the apartment got stolen. What?
That would be impressive. That would be some awesome feat. Oh, there is something I do have to discuss with you. I don't care if it's recorded, but what was it? For this,
I really have to discuss this with you.
yeah, I have to discuss
it's
it.
really, really important. It's
Fuck,
it's really important.
No, I remember. I just had to remember who brought it up. Marcus's character Roy is planning a big party for the election process to announce the candidates for the election. This party is obviously going to be very well controlled. He's invited the gangrel to assist with security, in addition to putting his own, as he put it, PMC or private military contracting group that he's earned with his money he has, to work as security. The other thing is he's going to have subdural implants put on Jade, you, himself, and Dante as a protection. It's a way of keeping track of them, so that way, in case something happens to one of them, easy tracking method.
He does realize that those kind of things just pop out of a vampire's body every sunrise, right?
And there's a way to fix that.
It's called the Samitsi. Do any of us trust them?
Well, ironically, there is a Tamichi that can help. It's just nobody's met
Do
him
we
yet.
trust him? Probably not.
Oh, there are other ways. I mean, the Tremere.
Actually, technically, I have a way of doing it, but
Well, yeah.
for myself. But am I going to tell people that?
No, that would not be good. Although Jade has already given you approval, but yeah. So basically, that's what he wants to do. And then with the vehicles that everybody drives and certain things, there's going to be sensors and stuff to keep track of it in case say Jade's bike gets stolen. Well, then they can track it down easily. Your car gets taken, they can track that down, or your bike gets taken, they can track that down. Basically, it's a way that Roy is trying to protect the powerful vampires within the city.
By the way, Jade gets issued some paperwork. It's the Blood Hunt / Rite of Amaranth order on Carlisle. That was dated the night before Beauregard's attack on him.
Oh. Talk about the paperwork.
It's like you totally forgot to sign this,
Yeah, well, she's been busy. But yeah, so that's basically it. The party's going to be well maintained. What people aren't going to know is that anyone that goes into the party area, which is going to be in a major hotel that is going to have some hidden cameras. Everybody will be on film if they have the ability. Obviously, there are some people and some vampires who have that flaw, cannot be seen by. So, but anybody who can will have their picture taken, and all vehicles that arrive will have pictures taken of them unbeknownst to them. So basically, it's a way to begin forming files on all the kindred in the city. Smart move. It's a better way to keep track and find out who's doing what, who's who.
Mental note: hack that surveillance system.
Well, Roy's doing it for the benefit of the little group involved.
Yeah, he's just Bo's just going to try to incorporate that into his city surveillance system for the CNC.
Okay, that's fine. But yeah, so that's basically it. That was what as Marcus was messaging me, that's what came to my mind. So, but yeah, so that's what's going to happen. It will be talked to. It will be talked over. Jade will go to everyone individually. Since William can't, game tonight, I'm going to have to talk to him separately about it. And well, plus the others NPCs, so it doesn't really fucking matter.
Okay.
But yeah, just a heads up. And only certain people will know that pictures are being taken of everyone in there. Jade will trust you, Roy, and Dante with that information. But other than that, that's it. So basically, if Marcella shows up, Marcella is going to be on camera. And she won't know it.
Unless her allies tell her.
It'd be in Dante's best interest not to, because, the Giovanni are Giovanni and can't be trusted. Let's make it perfectly clear they can't.
Alright, so let's get to this then.
Alright, yeah, so as you're wandering around the castle, trying to figure out exactly where you want everything set up, I mean, it's a typical old-style European castle. I actually think I have a good picture of a castle somewhere. Because I collect all kinds of weird pictures just because. Well,
I don't want to
know. Usually like buildings and stuff, because it gives me ideas. And then some pictures for characters that I think would make great characters for various games. Actually, yeah, that one looks perfect. Yes, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna have to share, so you're gonna have to see that crappy screen for a second. Woo! I just like doing that, mainly just about with you. That's what you see.
Inception of the. You mean Inception of the Google Hangouts picture window? Guess I haven't seen a castle yet.
Happy?
Have not seen a castle yet.
What? What the fuck? You should be. Hold on. Maybe I just. Oh, I think I. Whoops! I accidentally cut it off. Well, that fucking doesn't help. That picture. See it now?
Still see me.
God damn it.
And literally, it's like a mirror of a mirror of a mirror of a mirror of a mirror.
I'll do it a different way. I'll just have to put it as an overlay for a second. Now I know where it is.
You could just save yourself time and send it to the Facebook.
Yeah, but I want it on.
No, to me.
Yeah, because people will see the castle, so they're going to have to know at least what it looks like. And I don't feel like describing it 1,500 times. Because, honestly, I'll forget.
You'll forget what?
That's my point. Is that the one I was just looking at? No, of course not. Found it once, I'll never find it again now, God damn it.
It's in the last place you looked for it.
There
and
it is.
see.
Okay. Alright, this.
Oh, nice. Except there's an outer wall, right?
Yeah. This is just what you see on the ground. Where this picture was taken behind you, there would be an outer wall.
Yeah. See, did you read the like fake hallways and flamethrowers and shit like that I was throwing in?
No, I missed that. Lucky I did, but you can add it if you want, if you got the money to. Which do.
Yeah. He's adding in
Just remember, a majority of that, I think it was $8 million that you have, will be sunk into this project.
Oh yeah.
Because revamping the whole castle is going to take a lot.
Oh yeah.
The wiring, not to mention all the technology and stuff
I
like that.
I just love the irony that our greatest fortress will be bankrolled by the Sabbat.
Yeah, that is pretty ironic. Yeah, I find that funny too.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's the castle you see. As you're wandering around trying to determine, I mean, because Jade said she believes that um, Sven did have hidden passageways and stuff like that. She's not sure because she's never actually been in this place, but she's pretty sure that knowing how Sven is, there's one got to be somewhere.
Yeah, he's carrying around one of the borrowed weapons from the armory because he just wants to make sure that nobody is, infiltrated.
Gotcha. No, it's actually pretty empty. I mean, since Ben's disappearance, it's been under lockdown by the gangrel, so they had it on. They would,
Yeah, but the Sabbat also have their Nosferatu.
Sure. As you wander around, you actually come into the library. I'm going to make you do a perception alertness roll.
Perk alert, perk alert.
Mm-hmm.
Better check.
I know your dice work, so no excuse.
72 successes. What?
I know better. Jesus Christ, Jade would have that many fucking rolls.
I think that's a pretty decent roll.
As you're looking around this library, you keep looking, and it's like something ain't sitting right. You're not sure what, but something is not sitting right. You have the general layout in your mind of what the castle looks like and its size and everything. As you walk further in, you're about what you believe is the center, yet about, we'll say about 7 feet from, I mean, it's a normal sized library, but about 7 feet from from the center room of where you're standing. The wall seems a bit closer than it should be. The wall of books seems a bit closer than it should be.
I'll go to that wall and start looking at the bookshelves for secret passages.
All kinds of books, miscellaneous. On one shelf, it seems like it's all. What would make it interesting for him? You see, it involves all books on various animals. You know, books on eagles, birds, stuff like that. But there's one book that definitely seems off to you, mainly because it's a book on trees.
On trees?
Mm-hmm. Every other book on the shelf is all animals. This book is trees.
Damn librarian beginning to lose their minds.
Do you go to pull it?
Yep.
Yeah, it doesn't come out, but you feel it. You hear it click, and then you see that entire shelf, that entire bookshelf, move. You found your passageway.
And he proceeds forwards, activating Protean 1.
Okay.
Glowing eyes and all.
As you're going down, I mean, it's just like a little spiral staircase. It's just a small one. As you're going down, it gets a little cooler, as you expect, because you're no longer kind of getting the heat from the rest of the castle.
Yep.
You go probably, what you're guessing is probably about 2 floors down, give or take, which you're pretty sure this basement isn't that fucking big. But who knows? You finally reach a landing, and you see a small hallway. At the end, you see a door. and on either side you see doors. Just one door on either side. So there are 3 doors in this hallway, aside from where you just came in.
He's going to take out his cell phone and slide it down the hallway to about where the doors are. And he's going to take out another cell phone, and he's going to call the first cell phone.
Okay. You call the first cell phone. It rings. And rings. And rings. Nothing. The good news is when you slid it down the hallway, you at least found out there were no traps.
Yeah, and then
Or at least you're hoping so. Maybe they're pressure activated and that cell phone wasn't heavy enough.
he takes the weapon that he was carrying.
Okay. Start poking each individual stone.
No, and slides it down the hallway because its heft should.
Yeah, it's a bit heavier. No, nothing. It hits the cell phone, which hits the door, and that's about it. Nothing. So, seeming like there's no issues. You know what? I don't want to do it. Let's have to check something real quick. Make sure they do the right thing. No, that was so not. God damn it! Beat this
Are these the doors that I'm not? Are these not the doors that I'm looking for?
Do another perk alert. Does he have any specialties? Just out of curiosity.
No.
No.
Not that apply. Well, it depends. Are you talking about specialties that apply to this particular role, or that
specialties that apply to that particular role? Sorry.
No, not that apply to that particular role, but he does have lightning reflexes and tough as nails, just in case. Which theoretically should make it a little harder to surprise him.
Yeah, that's fine. Since you did get one success, now that your eyes are kind of adjusting and you're getting more focused, you notice that where that now sword and cell phone are, that just underneath that door, you could swear you thought you saw a light.
All right, he's moving down the hallway.
Okay, no issues. There's no traps.
Okay, and he's going to get to the door, and is it locked?
Yep, locked.
Awesome. I don't think it's going to be locked for very much longer.
Got larceny, do you?
No.
I'm a Ravnos. You're a disgrace to the clan. Okay, well, if you got larceny, you got to roll. Yeah, there you go.
I just did.
Yeah,
Dex plus larceny, right?
Yeah. 1, 2, Jesus. I'm just gonna keep topping off when I talk. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your specialty wouldn't apply because I don't think it counts for you. Yeah. So,
No, I have my specialty is safe cracking, so I don't think it applies.
No, it's not a safe. So, yeah, you like pretty hefty. You grab out your little lock picking tool. Opens up.
And I boot it in, not like with full strength. Not that I'd break it, but
okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you just kind of kick it open to see. It's really dark behind the door.
Note: I have Protean 1 on, and eyes glowing, so I can see in the dark.
Well, it takes you a second for your eyes to readjust because you're
Yeah.
reading somewhat like. Um,
Yeah.
as the door opens fully, you can see that it uh, looks like another small library.
Hmm.
Perk alert. Yeah, you're doing it quite often now.
18 dice this time.
Keep turning. One success. Okay. With your sight, you definitely see two shapes. Both of the four-legged variety.
Aha! Joy.
And what's really disturbing is you can see them looking at you. They've made no move, but they're looking at you.
Okay.
I think I put that
And
in
he
there.
just walks in, not caring about the creatures.
They stand up, and you hear a very low. It's not vicious yet, but a low growl come from what you think is one of them or two of them. You're not quite sure.
They want to play that, do they? Alright. So, intimidation for those two. Manipulation, intimidation, or manipulation, animal kin?
Hmm. I think officially that would be animal kin.
Alright.
It's an odd combination. Do you recall what I said the animals were?
They're ghouls, aren't they?
Yes, but do you recall what I said they were?
Originally, it was a dog and a bat.
Okay, yeah. So he got a third one.
Really odd bat there, four-legged variety of bat.
It's a really creepy bat. Well, Nosferatu are weird.
You sure that's not a sweet tea in there? No.
Yes, well, actually, you would have also seen a bat hanging, a rather large bat. I mean, kind of abnormally large bat hanging from the rafter, but it seems not to notice you. The two dogs, one is a husky and one is a. I'm going to use a dog I haven't used. A Rottweiler. Why not?
Okay.
They both are fully fully standing up. They haven't made any moves towards you, and other than the low, what sounded like a growl, they've made no other moves. But they are. I mean, you've seen the dog breeds before. These two particular animals are quite a bit larger than they should be.
Okay. His response is a guttural growl back at them, basically telling them, "I'm Alpha, back off." And it's 3 successes, depending on difficulty.
For these guys, 3 success. For these guys, actually, the difficulty is 8, but so you got 2.
Sorry?
They kind of.
Oh,
I said these guys, it's difficulty 8, but you got 2 successes, so it still counts. They back down. They don't growl, but they don't move either.
Yep.
Behind them, you actually see a door open, and don't you wish you didn't have your protein on because a blinding light comes into the room. Sucks to have protein during that little time. Specifically, let me make sure. I'm gonna actually check the discipline itself, just make sure. I believe it gives you a
No, it's
piece of shit. Always give me issues trying to do something like that. Why? Do it the old-fashioned way.
Well, the funny thing is, regardless of whether it blinds me or not, the same power that might blind me also allows me to fight blindly.
Normally after sunset. Yeah, it doesn't really say. So people go see normally after sunset without torchlight or can even perceive things in dark caves. So yeah, it would temporarily blind you, but that's about it.
But you know the funny thing about that though, right? The fact that even if I'm blinded by something bright, this power allows me to fight blindly. A vampire without this power is immersed in total darkness. Suffers blind fighting without this power. Who is immersed in? Oh wait, okay, never mind. I misread that. Never mind. That would be hilarious, wouldn't it?
Yeah, but it's not coming to a fight. So. You hear in a low, what sounds like a male voice, Cheska, Sasha, you. And, as your sight starts to come back because the light has moved away now because it was directly in your eyes, you see there's no other term other than, that's the ugliest vampire you've ever fucking seen.
I'm sure I've been around a few Nosferatu in my day.
Yes. It's Nosferatu. There is no question in your mind that's a Nosferatu. If it's not, it's just a very ugly vampire.
It wasn't so much the question of if it was a Nosferatu or not. It was a question of if it was truly the ugliest that I've seen.
No, you've seen a few uglier, but not many.
Not many, yeah.
And remember, Nosferatu running the gamut of ugly, and holy fuck ugly.
And then there's the other ugly.
Yeah. You see him just kind of looking at you.
Pope's just looking back at him, sizing him up.
He looks like he's just looking at you.
Who are you?
I reside below.
Shit, don't tell me I've gone that low.
No, there's a stairway in that door behind me.
Okay, so I haven't intruded on your guys's
the rest of my clan does not know of me being here.
Strangely enough, that I like how you didn't answer the question on that.
Which would mean no, their domain does not extend this far.
Excellent. Because I really don't want to piss your guys off. Normally.
No, this is just below was given to me by Sven, and I've maintained it, and he allows me a little freedom. While,
allowed you. Past tense. Allowed you.
He looks at you, kind of narrows his eyes a bit. You notice as he does that, the dogs kind of lower into look like a more aggressive stance, kind of lower their ears back.
Dead men can't give permission.
He's just looking at you. You have about 3 seconds to explain yourself before I sick these two on you.
I am Harpy of the City, acting Seneschal of the City, Beauregard Simmons.
You see him look. They ease up. They sit down. Very well. So then Sven is dead.
Also pretty new. Yes, Jade is currently sort of acting. There's some kind of vote. Please don't make me explain the whole.
I already knew the political structure at the time. I can imagine what has transpired since then.
We believe both Sven and Crow dead.
That's all he does.
currently, the Gangrel have handed over control of this facility to me.
Those sneaky assholes. They could have at least told me. I just saw them last night.
Yeah, you gotta talk to Jade about that one. This is being repurposed into command and control for the war on the Sabbat.
What do you need help with? He looks at you.
You know much about tech?
Come into my parlor. He turns around, starts walking.
Follows. Looks at both the ghouls.
They make no move.
Good choices.
Well, I wanted something a little different.
I would have thought that was what that would have been for.
Oh, no, he's just for fun.
Oh. Definitely different, though.
Yeah, he's my eyes at night when I don't feel like going out. These two I can at least send out during the daylight without, blinding them because poor bad. Bad daylight, never a good combo. Yeah, literally, he wasn't kidding. The door goes straight to stairs, and the stairs are, there's a little landing right inside the door, and then it goes straight down another level. As you guys make your way down the stairs, at the very bottom, that's when you begin to hear the familiar sounds of what sounds like a sewer.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're not going to the stinky part.
Okay,
he turns
yeah. He basically at the very last step, Bo stops, looks at him, and waits for permission to step down.
You can come down. Told you,
and
in my parlor. That's what I meant.
I know your buddies can be a little touchy about.
As I said, they don't know I'm here.
Okay.
I don't know how Sven did it, but the rest of the clan is unaware of my existence here, and for some reason they don't come this far out, so I don't ask.
Okay.
He continues walking on a small pathway.
Pardon my habits. They're out of respect for your clan.
Understood. He walks to you see like a nice little. You ever seen the Turtles movie where they make up their little sewer hole into a nice little area, but it's like a side cavern?
No, I've never seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. What are you talking about?
Okay, well then I guess you wouldn't know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he walks a little ways and then he turns and goes. He opens his door. He opens his door. Come on in.
All right, steps in.
As you walk in, you get a tech boner.
So no, don't know a dark. Don't know a dark thing. Eh?
Nope, not a bit.
Funny thing is, they start saying it at the exact same time.
Yeah. He walks over. He gets behind his desk, which there's a sea of monitors. It's basically like a a horseshoe shape of monitors, and you can see that he's plugged into the city grid. He's plugged into, he's actually plugged into the cameras in the sanctuary, which you didn't even know they were there.
Yeah, see, think this on a scale of at least 3 to 4 times. We're talking that surveillance, fire emergency, police, the normal city surveillance, private.
You see him type a couple of things. Let's see. Nine. Yeah, yes. 3 successes. You see him type something. You see on one of his, on one of the screens that you can see, comes up the city grid. He just smiles. How do you think Sven was so well informed?
Yeah.
Types a few things again, goes back to the normal screen. Yeah, I give him some information, and he gives me some leeway, and occasionally a snack.
Yeah, see, I'm looking at this, but on a larger scale, like I was saying.
Mm-hmm. Easily done. I only needed this much for specific purposes. I mean, I can access any camera, even the ATM cameras. He types in, you see a little ATM camera pop up, some old lady getting money out of the ATM.
May I see something for a second?
Sure, go ahead. He moves out of the way. You see him
Uh,
pick up his. You actually see a amp energy drink sitting there. You do see, you just barely catch the traces of blood.
okay, so he basically hacks right into the mayor's office's computer camera.
Yep.
Computer aptitude plus specialty in hacking. So that's
it's
1,
nighttime
2,
right
3,
now.
4, 5, 6, 7, 7 successes.
Yeah, it's nighttime right now, so it's an empty office. But yeah, that's the mayor's office. You have no doubt about that. It's not. See, told you. I have access to everything. I just don't have every camera up.
You might want to upgrade your security system.
I don't need anybody who gets close enough to my door meet the 3. The bat was just waiting on a signal.
So, how much more can we expand on this?
I didn't hear. What'd you say?
I said, how much more can we expand on this?
Well, how far? What kind of expansion are you talking?
Except the notepad points to the millions of dollars.
Oh, wow. I did a lot of expansion.
That's my budget.
What are you looking for? I mean,
we're looking at it.
I can
We're
access
looking at
any
turning
camera
this
in the city. So, any camera, no matter what. I can even, he types in something, you see what looks like, it looks like it's probably someone's camera phone. You can tell they're talking on it because you can see how it's moving around and it's like they're walking. But you're seeing pictures of like storefronts and stuff. That's a little hard to do. It takes a lot of work.
I basically want to make a command and communication center that makes the leadership of the camera just whisper the word "damn." You know what I mean?
Yeah, that can easily be done. It will take a little revamping of the castle. I know Sven wasn't big on technology, so he kind of limited me down here, which is why I have all this stuff here, and not in that library that you came in.
Yeah, well, I have this budget to turn this place into an entire fortress, top to bottom.
Oh, easy enough. You know the right people, you can get anything, and you can always have things shipped to certain addresses that never trace back to you that you just go and pick up.
Yep, exactly.
Between some of the more powerful kindred in the city, half the city is owned by kindred, if not more than that. So it's easy. Most kindred have at least 2 different places that they call their home per se, and so you can easily send it to one or the other address. Thankfully, with a city this large, that's not an issue.
We work together on this, and I don't see any problem continuing the agreement.
Works for me.
Don't take that as a threat in any way.
I got you. I completely understood what you meant.
Yeah. All right, let's get to work.
Okay. Well,
and he just smiles.
You just need to give me a kind of a layout of exactly how you want it set up within the castle, and I can start.
May I?
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah. Start typing up things. Does his computers have access to the layouts?
Yes.
All right. He pulls up basically the section that has the largest topmost floor, or room in the topmost floor.
Okay.
Basically, I want to get this room turned into basically something the CIA would have orgasms over. Looking at making this facility independent power source if necessary, solar power, natural gas, reinforced walls to possibly withstand our powers, weapons to counter intrusions by our kind,
Okay.
Just basically, it basically runs down to basically the list that's in my blue book.
Gotcha. Okay, that will take a while to do, but it can be done. I mean, this is not going to be, a simple project that we can get done in one night. I mean, what you're talking about requires getting the parts. Some are probably going to have to be shipped from overseas because they make the best shit. Let's be honest about it.
Yep.
I mean, we do have a few manufacturers around here that actually do some good stuff, but for what you're talking about, yeah, we're probably going to need to overnight some parts from somewhere.
That's not a problem.
Okay.
And I mean, you want to know the sweetest part of this? Absolute sweetest part of this. Guess who's bankrolling this?
I don't know. I would assume that Jade gave you basically a government and gave you a card and said, "Do what you need to do."
Nope. This is all this money I got from that bastard Carlisle.
Oh, that's too fucking hilarious. So
who I
basically,
killed the other night.
The Sabbat are funding a way to stop themselves. That's funny.
Yeah, and I killed Carlisle the other night.
Good. He was a cheap bastard.
Yeah. This is the funniest part of this.
Yeah, I got to admit that is pretty hilarious. Guess what, fuckers? You're supplying our, ability to counteract everything you do. Haha.
So let's have fun.
Works for me. So basically, the sky's the limit. Good.
Yep.
Well, within that bank range, but I can add more to it if necessary.
Awesome.
I have a few discrete funds that I can access if necessary.
Alright, so is that what we needed for this scene?
I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, it's just more a meet and greet. You agree to, keep up Sven's deal, and he'll agree to re-outfit all your fun stuff. All right, well,
Awesome.
And with that, we will call it a night, mainly because we have another scene we have to do. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Stay tuned for more.